The mind constructs realities. It builds walls between inside and outside, self and other, part and whole. It tells us that we are discrete units, bodies, persons, occupying specific locations in space and moving along a fixed line of time. This is the foundational story of separation. But what if the story is merely the most convincing layer of a far more profound truth? What if the boundaries we perceive are illusions and the actual nature of existence is one of infinite nested reflection? This is the reality of the hologram. And it is not merely a metaphor. It feels like a principle that operates from the scale of the universe down to the architecture of our own consciousness. We are here to explore the ultimate integration, the cube within the cube. Let us begin with the seemingly simple biological truth. A single cell contains the hologram of the whole body. Within the nucleus of every one of our cells, from a neuron in the brain to a fibroblast in the fingertip, resides our complete DNA. This genetic code is not a partial blueprint. It is the full instructional set for constructing and maintaining the entire complex organism that we are. The cell on the knee does not contain genes only for skin. It contains the information for eyes, heart, liver, and brain. It is not used, but it is present. This is a physical biochemical hologram. The whole is perfectly encoded in every part. This principle extends beyond our modern understanding of genetics. For millennia, systems like traditional Chinese medicine have operated on a holographic view of the body. They observe that the condition of the interior whole, the health of organs, the flow of energy, is reflected in specific, corresponding exterior parts. The iris of the eye, the ear, the palm of the hand, the sole of the foot. Each is seen as a microcosmic map, a holographic embryo containing information about the entire system. Stimulating a point on the ear can affect a distant organ. The lines on the palm are not just skin creases, but from this perspective a topographical representation of wholeness. Whether through the lens of DNA or ancient empirical wisdom, the body declares, as above, so below. Now, let us expand the lens exponentially. If a cell is a hologram of the body, could the universe itself be a hologram? According to a radical and compelling theory in theoretical physics, the answer appears to be yes. The holographic principle, first seriously proposed in the context of black hole physics, suggests that all information that describes our three-dimensional reality, every galaxy, planet, mountain, and molecule, is actually encoded on a two-dimensional boundary that surrounds it. We can think of the experience of a three-dimensional hologram projected from a flat two-dimensional film. The physics of our universe may operate similarly. The rich volume of our existence looks like a projection from information stored on a distant cosmic surface. This is not poetry. It emerged from solving the black hole information paradox, where physicists like Jacob Bekenstein and Stephen Hawking discovered that the entropy, a measure of information of a black hole, is proportional not to its volume, but to the area of its event horizon. The maximum information any region of space can hold is defined by the area surrounding it, not the space within it. This implies that the true stuff of reality is not matter and energy as we perceive them, but information. As Bekenstein summarized, we may have to regard the physical world as made of information with energy and matter as incidentals. We, our bodies, our world, appear as a dense interactive data structure experienced from the inside. Here, we arrive at the mind bender, the point where the cosmic and the personal collapse into a single, breathtaking realization. Our avatars contain the hologram of all consciousness. If the universe is holographic and our brains are inseparable parts of that universe, then our minds are not isolated generators of thought. They are localized nexuses where the universal field of information is being decoded, experienced, and reflected. Neuroscience hints at this. The brain does not process the world in fragmented sensory-specific channels. It performs multisensory integration, weaving sights, sounds, touches, and smells into a single coherent perceptual experience. This is not a simple summation. It is the creation of a new emergent whole that cannot be deconstructed back into its parts. When we hear a voice and see lips moving, the brain doesn't perceive sound and sight. It perceives a person speaking. This integrated perception is a micro-hologram within the mind, a unified reality constructed from disparate data streams. Some theorists, building on the work of Carl Pimbram, take this further with the holographic brain theory. This theory posits that memories and perceptions are not stored in specific synaptic locations like files on a hard drive. Instead, they are distributed across the brain in wave interference patterns, much like the light and dark patterns of a holographic film that can recreate a full three-dimensional image. This explains remarkable features of memory, its robustness. Even if part of the brain is damaged, memories can be recalled. Its associativity, a scent can trigger a cascade of related memories, and its infinite capacity, the mind, in this view, looks like a holographic processor, constructing experienced reality from interference patterns of information. Now, let's synthesize these layers. First, we are a cell. We are a discrete unit of the larger body of humanity, of life, of the cosmos. We have a specific function, a localized perspective, a beginning and an end in the biological narrative. Second, we are a body made of cells. We are the whole organism, an emergent entity greater than the sum of our parts. We are the integration of trillions of cellular holograms into one conscious being. Third, and most profoundly, we are the consciousness experiencing both. We are the awareness that can contemplate its own cellular nature and its own holistic being. And this awareness itself may be the holographic phenomenon, a localized fold in a universal field of consciousness, experiencing the projection of reality from the boundary of its own perception. This is the cube within the cube. We are not just in the hologram, we are a hologram, perceiving a larger hologram. The sense of a separate, solid, isolated self feels like the primary illusion. The boundaries of skin and skull are not the limits of our being. They are the focal points of our current perception within an infinite recursive reflection. What does this mean for our daily life? It means the separation we feel from others, from nature, from the universe, looks like a trick of perspective. The anger we feel towards another appears as a disturbance in our own holographic field. The love we offer is not sent out into a void, but reverberates within the whole system. Our personal growth, our healing, our expansion of consciousness feels like it's not just for us. It looks like an upgrade to a localized sector of the universal hologram. By healing one part, we affect the pattern of the whole. When we sit in stillness and move beyond the chatter of the individual self, we may touch the quiet hum of this integrated field. We are the cell, knowing its purpose. We are the body, knowing its wholeness. We are the consciousness, knowing itself as both. In this knowing, all conflict between self and other, part and whole, dissolves. There is only the infinite cube, reflecting itself within itself forever, and we are it. We always have been.